Today, Bella Vista police tell us the utility worker who was hit by a car has died. They say 30-year-old James Keaton Lawson was declared dead on Monday evening. Lawson's utility crew was working on lines this past Friday when police say he was directing traffic when he was hit. Josh Robinson, the Benton County Prosecutor's Office, says they're waiting for blood tests to determine if the driver was intoxicated.
It's really important to remind people that, if you're being dangerous and you cause harm to somebody that's just an innocent person out there working, then there's going to be consequences. And I think it's important to put that out there. It's also important to take a close look and understand that sometimes there was not a crime.
Lawson's family tells us his organs are being donated. We'll continue to follow the investigation into the crash. We've learned the trial date for the suspect in a deadly hit-and-run crash in Springdale. During an arraignment on Monday, Jose Moreno pled not guilty to charges of leaving the scene of an accident. The judge set a trial date of January 5th. Prosecutors say he left the scene after hitting Juliet Jabue Kamanta, who was riding a bicycle. Moreno is in the Washington County Jail today. A Farmington woman is dead after a crash involving 3 vehicles. This happened last Wednesday, but state police have just released details about what happened. They say 30-year-old Nikki Stewart was killed when a pickup truck hit an SUV making a left turn, which then crashed head-on into the car she was in. This happened on Highway 62, and 3 other people were also hurt. State plans for a new prison in Franklin County are raising concerns in Ozark. City leaders are trying to clear the air about some rumors. After hearing talk that Ozark could be asked to supply water to the facility, Mayor Roxy Hall says the city hasn't heard directly from anyone involved with the project. City leaders first passed a resolution earlier this year opposing the proposed 3,000-bed facility slated for land just north of Vesta. Council members say that their water system is already struggling to keep up with needed upgrades.
I want that to be clear. We do not have the capacity, even if we have these infrastructures in place that need to be repaired, we still couldn't do what they're wanting us to do. It's going to take, and this is a guess from our engineers, it was like $90 million.
The council passed a motion saying they won't move forward with any discussions until they hear from someone who's directly involved in the project or from the governor's office. Authorities have released more information in a child maltreatment case in Mountain Home. The abuse was reported 29 times, but it was nearly a decade before any action was taken. New charges have been filed against Daniel Wright and Jacqueline Barnett. They were arrested in Sebastian County on Thursday and taken back to Baxter County. Wright is charged with 1 count each of false imprisonment and endangering the welfare of a minor. Barnett faces 10 counts of rape, 10 counts of second-degree sexual assault, among other charges. We told you last month when the head of the Division of Children and Family Services faced legislators working to learn why the teen never got help. You can read more about this case on our website, 5newsonline.com. The House could vote as early as Wednesday afternoon on the compromise deal to reopen the government. The measure cleared the Senate late Tuesday after a record 41 days. Natalie Brand has the details from the White House.
Amid nationwide travel delays, House members are on notice to return to Washington for a vote as early as Wednesday to reopen the government.
You need to begin right now returning to the Hill. We have to do this as quickly as possible.
Right now we're focused on dealing with the bill that's coming over from the Senate to the House, and we're going to fight hard to defeat it.
But with President Trump's backing, the measure is expected to get the House GOP support it needs to pass.
We're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
The Senate-passed compromise package funds the government through January 30th, extends funding for SNAP or food assistance benefits for a full year, and reinstates federal workers who were laid off during the shutdown. 8 members of the Democratic caucus backed the measure, saying the pain of the shutdown was getting to be too much.
I think collectively within the caucus, they realized this has to end.
But the deal does not include an extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credits that Democrats had been fighting for, prompting many to call it a setback.
A lot of people, not just Democrats, Republicans are going to be hit harder with these doubling of premiums actually than people in Democratic states. So this is a disaster all across the board, and people are bitterly disappointed.
Some federal workers question what it was all for.
To shut down the government over subsidies that it seems like won't even be a part of the negotiated deal seems to me to be a wasted month.
Furloughed workers could be back on the job as soon as Thursday. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Republicans have a 2-seat majority in the House, leaving very little room for dissent within their own party in order to pass the bill in that chamber. Here at home, the Arkansas Department of Human Services is working to give out SNAP benefits as quickly as possible using updated guidelines from the USDA, though there's no set date for when recipients will get them. DHS says it's delaying furloughs and county office closures that were set to go into effect after this week. Now, those furloughs and closures are delayed until at least the 22nd of this month. The city of Fort Smith has a new fire chief. Daryl Clark has been promoted to this position. He has nearly 27 years of experience in the Fort Smith Fire Department. He previously served as assistant fire chief and is known throughout the department for his work ethic and advancing through the ranks.
Preparing the next generation of leadership is always a priority for us at all the different ranks. Preparing the next generation of captains, battalion chiefs, and fire chiefs.
Clark takes over for Boyd Waters, who announced his plans to retire last month. Well, a new candidate is filing for the open seat in Senate District 26. Adam Watson says he wants to represent those living in Franklin County. Watson is running as an independent and has been leading the opposition into the prison project there. 5 News is still waiting to hear from the governor's office about a date for the special election. It was originally scheduled for next June, but a judge recently ruled it must take place sooner than that. Watson will run against former state representative Mark Berry, Paris businessman Brad Simon, Stacy Smith of Greenwood, and another businessman from Paris, Ted Tritt. The candidate filing period ends on Wednesday. Well, today, the School District, City of Rogers, and Chamber of Commerce are hosting a community event to honor veterans. Superintendent Jeff Perry says it's a way to give back and invites everyone to attend. Gates open at 5 this evening at the school's football stadium with free food, games, and activities. The ceremony starts at 6, followed by fireworks at 7. And the program features student tributes, patriotic performances, and a special recognition for veterans displayed on the scoreboard.
Will come out. This is a great opportunity, and there's a little something for everyone on this night. That there's a lot of game-oriented activities for children, so we really think that's going to be a neat kind of experience. But our main thing is after 6, we're going to honor our veterans, and we're excited about the opportunity to do so.
And for all of our veterans out there, some local food chains want to make sure that you eat well today. Here's some deals that you can get. They're not on the screen right now, but we know Applebee's is offering free select meals to veterans. Starbucks is offering a free tall coffee to veterans and their spouses. Chipotle also giving a free entree, and Cracker Barrel has a pancake special today for veterans. In most cases, you will have to show your military ID. And there's many more deals you can find. You can look for this story on the homepage of our website, 5newsonline.com, for a full list. And also a reminder now, many places will be closed today. That was the previous slide. It'll be U.S. post offices and mail will not be delivered. We'll also have banks closed today, but national parks will be open. They're offering free admission. And now we're taking a look at these photos of local veterans from our 5 News viewers. You've been sending us pictures of your loved ones who have served. These are your neighbors, family members, and friends, all who have served our country. So we want to say thank you to everyone who sent these photos, and of course to all of our veterans for your service. And we want to continue to see the special veterans in your lives. Text a picture of them to us at our number right there on your screen, 479-785-5000. You can just tell us their name, what branch they served in, and we're going to keep showing these pictures all throughout the day here on 5 News.